So, good evening, future Eagles. Today we have a presentation from our College of Business. They will be sharing some exciting news with you about our new construction that's coming on campus that you may be able to partake in. They will be sharing some information with you about the programs, the majors under the College of Business, internship opportunities, and all the wonderful things that are going on in the College of Business. And today we have, and I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. Dr. Gregory, would you like to start first?
Yes, I'm Dr. Gregory. I'm the interim dean for the College of Business. And we have two of the chairpersons from the college. Please introduce yourselves.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Anoro. I'm the chair for the Accounting and Management Information Systems.
And welcome, everybody. My name is Shingarai Mushonga. I'm the chair of the Department of Management and Marketing.
And Dr. Anur, did you teach economics?
Oh, of course I do.
I think you were an economics teacher in my first year, my freshman year.
You know,
You
you've
have
been a captain for a long
I've been at Coppin forever. I love Coppin. I have on my Coppin shirt.
time.
I'm all Coppin. Okay, so you guys have the floor and you can definitely present at any time. And I will be checking in the chat box, guys, to make sure if you have any questions that we get them answered for you.
Okay, and Dr. Mushonga is going to share a PowerPoint that we have for the group. And again, welcome everyone. We're delighted that you're looking at the College of Business for your undergraduate studies. I want to share a little bit with you about the college. We'll walk through this PowerPoint and then we'll have an opportunity for questions and answers. So let's get started. First of all, our College of Business is a relatively small college, but we are nationally recognized. In addition to being accredited with the rest of the university, we have a specialized accreditation called ACBSP accreditation. Our online program has been recognized. We've been recognized as an outstanding college of business, one of the best small colleges, one of the best online programs. We're going to talk about that later. So we're a small school, but we have been recognized pretty much at the national level. So with that said, you're going to see why. I mentioned that I am, in fact, the interim dean for the College of Business, and my two colleagues, Dr. Anuru and Dr. Mushonga, are chairs. Dr. Anuru for the Accounting and Management Information System Department, and Dr. Mushonga for the Management and Marketing Department. You know, the College of Business is a lot about leadership. We have members who, not just the dean and the chair, but we have faculty members who are in leadership positions. We have students who assume leadership positions. And one faculty member, Dr. Erica Covington, is the president of our faculty senate. And what that means is she presides over the organization for all faculty on the entire campus. It's a very strong leadership responsibility. We also have one of our students, Anthony Scott, who is the president of our entrepreneurship club. We're going to talk about it a little bit later, but we have student organizations in the college, and faculty are not in charge or don't take the lead with those programs, but the students are in leadership. And we're going to talk about those in a few minutes. But within the college, we have 5 academic degree programs. We have an accounting program. You could get a bachelor's degree in accounting. You could get it in management. You could get management information systems. And those of you who are really into the computer and software and managing information using the technology would be interested in that management information systems program. Of course, marketing and a lot of exciting things are going on with our marketing program. We'll talk about in a few minutes. And then we have sport management. Just exciting things happening, and the chairperson will tell you more about that. And so what I want to do at this time is I want to ask Dr. Anuru, who oversees the Management Information Systems program, if he would talk to you a little bit about that degree program and some of the job opportunities that our students actually have opportunity to participate.
Sure, thank you, Dr. Brady. I'll just go over some of the career opportunities that are available in management information systems. As you all know, given the pandemic, we are ordering almost everything online. So you know there is a high demand for students a degree in MIS. Some of the careers you can decide to be a programmer, systems analyst, database manager, computer specialist, network administrator, software developer, project lead, information technology consultant. You can just decide to be information security analyst. So again, as I mentioned, the field is very hard and there's a high demand for students with MYS degrees. As you can see, average salary, starting salary is about 50 to 65 dollars a year, which is very well, it's good. But my students, those who graduate, they always get jobs. So I encourage you to consider MYS as a program. And then also in accounting, that's another lucrative field too. So in accounting, students always find jobs. Always pick any newspaper or you find positions that are open for accountants. So that's very good. So again, I encourage you to consider accounting program. And you know, there are so many career opportunities. You can be an accountant, accounting supervisor, auditor, accounts payable or receivable manager. You can be a billing clerk or specialist, bookkeeper, accounting clerk, budget analyst, compliance manager, collection manager, credit analyst. So there's so many career opportunities in accounting. We just here listed a couple of them. Again, it's a lucrative field. Starting salary is about 65 to 70,000. As you know, when you in accounting field, you can, when you finish, you can go and be certified CPA, certified public accountant, and then you make more money in that case. So let me now hand it over to Dr. Mushanga to talk to us about some of the career opportunities in his area. You're mute, Dr. Mushanga. All right.
I think you're good now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize for that. The system muted me somehow, and I couldn't get back until I just minimized my screen. But I was saying that the management marketing department is a very diverse group of faculty who are very innovative and engaging. And I think we also have an exclusively online program in management, so you can start and finish your degree exclusively online. So that and management really just gives you a little flexibility in what you can do with your career and what field you can work in. But with management, you have a lot of opportunities as well that can sort of overlap with the business management analysts. You can become a buyer purchasing agent. You can, get a variety of career fields that you can get into. Human resource assistant, office manager, customer service manager, and you can come in at a entry level, middle level, or sometimes if you have the experience at the senior level, depending what organization you're getting into. So the average salary of management typically is about 45,000 to 75,000, but it is a lot of opportunity that you get with the management career. Now with the marketing, you kind of get the same thing as well, where you have a lot of opportunity there. Marketing students graduate in our program can become account executives, advertising sales representatives, you can get into the public relations manager, you can get into e-commerce as an e-commerce analyst, a market specialist in social media. For those who are into social media, this is a good avenue to get into there. We're actually working on a program to incorporate certifications through Google. So again, you can become market ready as soon as you graduate. Average salary for that is about $80,000 for the marketing opportunities that exist in the field right now. So marketing again presents a very good and rich opportunity for students to be successful in life. The last program we have in the management and marketing department is sport management. And sport management allows you to get into a variety of settings as well. You can be working at the university level as an athletics director, or you can work, in the professional level, right? Working for professional teams. You can work as a sports marketing. You can work as a advertising manager, human resource management as well. So there tends to be an overlap with all our programs, but nonetheless, they give you a specific context experience in that area that you're interested in. You can become a licensing director, a merchandise manager or director as well. So sport management gives you a lot of opportunities. Some of our students have engaged in combines, which we'll talk about in a few here, with the Ravens, and worked with the Wizards as well. So you're really connected in getting the hands-on experience with what you'll be doing once you graduate. Average salary is about $45,000 to about $70,000. So again, all our programs are very, innovative, very competitive, and engaging. And students are very excited about joining student organizations and the different activities that we offer in the programs.
Sure. Sorry, Dr. Michelle. Dr. Gregory, could you tell us a little bit about our data science program in data science? You're mute. Yeah.
Yes, we've listed the programs that we have on the books, but we are also in the process of developing a new program in data science. And that's an exciting area because every employer now is looking at big business. They're looking at how they can use data to make informed decisions to advance their businesses. So probably within about the next fall semester, we'll start offering some of these courses to offer a degree in data science. But the program is under development now. We're excited about it because we've hired a new faculty member. And so in addition to the existing program, this new degree program will be coming offline as soon as we complete final approval. So thanks for that reminder, Dr. Nuru.
Sure,
so what we've done so far is we've told you a little bit about the academic degree programs. And we know that when you make decisions about coming to Coppin and coming to the College of Business, you want to know what you can do when you complete the degree program and what kind of job opportunities are out there and what you can expect to make in terms of salary ranges. But we know that the primary reason why you want to come to college, Coppin, and to the College of Business is for your education. And what we're pleased to say is, and Ms. Harris mentioned it earlier, is that we have a new construction underway. A new business building, and you see there on the screen one of the renderings of what that new building is under construction now. And so if you're near the campus or happen to go near the campus, you ride through, you're going to see a roped off area where this new building is under construction. We're due to occupy that building summer of 2022. So if you come on board in the spring or this fall, we won't be in the building, but we'll be designing, development, and preparing for a major ribbon cutting, okay? Dr. Mashanga. So just a few shots of the building. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be state-of-the-art, incredible new facilities on the inside, study spaces for students, state-of-the-art computer labs. And on the ground level, we'll have a place for our entrepreneurship center. We'll have a place for our career placement area. Our accounting students do a VITA program. We'll have, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but that first floor has a large component where we're gonna work with our students and work with our local community. But it's a beautiful plan that we have in place that's underway. Here's an internal rendering. Here's a drawing of what it's gonna look like from the inside. Of course, the real excitement is gonna come when you actually go into some of the rooms. But it's a beautiful modern facility, it's state of the art, and it's a wonderful place for us to deliver these outstanding academic programs that we offer. Dr. Mashanga?
Yes. Okay, so for student involvement, as I mentioned earlier on, that we have a lot of student engagement. Students tend to participate in a variety of activities that we offer. One of the things we do, students participate in what we call our firm federal IT workshop, where students go to DC, where they'll job shadow executives and professionals in the IT industry. And the idea is for them to get a feel of what it's like to be, in a day in the life of somebody working in IT. So in this case, they get to see how people in IT work, get some experience by just again going through the different organizations. We also have.
Can you advance the slide, please,
Yeah, the
Dr.
slide.
Younger? Yes.
Yes.
If we can advance it.
Can you see now?
No, it didn't advance.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Let me
Okay, you want to close out and come back in?
come back here. Let me
Okay,
do that.
yes,
I'm
okay,
sure what
try
happened.
that.
Okay, can you see now?
Yes, okay,
Okay.
very good.
Okay.
Okay. So what we wanted to share in this one is that, of course, we have the classroom activities, the teaching and learning piece, but we put a lot of emphasis on external programs and activities for students. Students, we have student organizations like the Entrepreneurship Club. We have a student advisory group, an accounting club, and the accounting club, we have a chapter of NAPA, the National Association of Black Accountants. We participate in the Thurgood Marshall Leadership Program. Just a lot of wonderful opportunities for our students to be exposed to the different companies, the different organizations in the various disciplines. When our students, for example, go to a NAPA meeting, an accounting association meeting, not only do they go to workshops, but they have interview sessions, they meet major corporation leaders, they interview for internships and for full-time jobs. And when they return to the campus, they have quite a story to tell, because that's where they get a lot of those internships and job placements. We have basic support for our students in terms of tutorial labs, computer labs. We have dedicated advisor, but we're doing a lot in addition to what we have in place to prepare for that new building. So when we go across the breezeway, breezeway to that new building, we're going to have some exciting new programs to introduce at that time as well. Dr. Mushanga, please. Okay. Dr. Mushanga, you want to talk a little bit about this one since this is your area?
Sure, definitely. So as I mentioned earlier on, we're really about student engagement and trying to get students to get a feel of what it's like when they're gonna, once they graduate. So our faculty have taken students to the American Marketing Association conference, where they participated in a student competition and were placed second in that competition. So we're very proud of what our faculty and our students have accomplished from engaging and participating in these conferences. Some of our top business students have met with the leadership of Thurgood Marshall College Fund. And so we are really excited about how students have taken really the initiative to be exposed, to leadership and, engaging in people, building networks with folks who are, in Thurgood Marshall and beyond, as far as trying to build their networks.
That's exactly right, Dr. Mushanga. Our students do get that exposure with industry leaders, and that's where they get those internship and job placements. But what's interesting about this is that when our students compete in these competitions, they come home with prizes. They come home ranked number 1 or number 2. And I don't care what schools are there, whether they went to Johns Hopkins for one of the case competition, they came back first place. So we do a lot with helping students build those leadership skills. We introduce students to opportunities to go out to compete with students from other, not just HBCUs, but other higher educational institutions. And our students make us proud because they come back holding the prizes. Okay. Dr. Nuru, you want to talk a little bit about this one?
Sure. Our students also participate in NASCAR Drive, Diversity Combine. This took place in April 2019. So we look forward to participating in it again. Then Dr. Mushanga mentioned earlier, we did have a firm. Dr. Yu takes our students to Washington, D.C., where they shadow the professionals. As a matter of fact, two of these students got a job after they participated in that conference or workshop. So we're always excited. We say we are student-centered. We are proud of our students, and we do anything that we can with our
Very good.
to
That's
help them.
absolutely right. Some of you may have noticed it on that last slide that we had 2019. Well, this in 2020, because of the pandemic, our
Sure.
students did not physically go to those sites, but they did participate in virtual conferences. So some of them still had that experience, though not physically on site.
Sure,
Um,
and then also on this slide, our students participated in the combine that was organized by Ravens for HBCUs. So we are part of it in 2019 again because of the pandemic this year. It was not held, so we are looking forward to next year. We will participate again.
You know,
Yeah.
at Coppin, we are very fortunate to be in a city where we have a major football and a major baseball team, and we're not very far from the stadium. So some of our students have an opportunity to do internships, and the faculty members connect with some of those organizations. The Raven Combine, for example, we were able to have speakers, we're able to have students to connect and have conversation with some of these leaders in the field. But for the sport management program, we also have an athletic department at Coppin. And many of our students get to do internships and work directly with our athletic department right at the university. So they're full-time in school, but they're interning right on campus then at the physical education complex. Dr. Mushanga, next, please.
Is it stuck again?
You may have to go out and come back in, Dr. Mushanga.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on, but
That's okay. We'll get it.
is it showing now?
Not
It's
yet,
still
no.
combined Ravens.
You may try going out as you did a few minutes ago. Does that work?
Okay, let me try again. And
I must admit, I'm not into the athletics, but our students are very excited about having these kinds of connections in the combine and having an opportunity having an opportunity to interact with students from other sport management programs. And
is it,
Mhm.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
is it showing? It's showing now?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Thank
showing.
you.
Okay, great. Sorry
So
about that.
our primary focus is on teaching and learning. We definitely value exposing our students to companies, organizations, so they can get internships and job placements. We look at creating new opportunities for our students, but we also know that our students want to have a little fun. So what do? Out on the quad on campus, we had Celebrating Coppin Pride. And so the students pulled together an event. They had games, they had food, they had DJ, pizza, networking, and it was a beautiful spring day, and they just got out and had fun. And so we keep them busy with the academic work and with the academic organizations and with the networking and going to conferences, but we recognize that fun is part of it as well. Dr. Mushanga? Another part of Coppin's College of Business is that we value and support the community. Part of the university's mission is community engagement. And so we want our students to not just, and our faculty, not just to reside in West Baltimore on the college campus, but to engage and support our community. Accounting majors do this program that's called VITA. It's a volunteer income tax assistance program. And what they do is they work with the IRS. They get certified to do free taxes for the people in the community. So we didn't do it this year because of the pandemic, but our local community people come right on campus to the VITA Center, and a couple of the accounting faculty members and the students actually complete their income tax forms for them at no cost. We also have students who are into entrepreneurship. They want their own business. We've established a relationship with an organization called OpenWorks that's a little bit further down on North Avenue, where students have an opportunity to work with other potential new entrepreneurs, people who are starting business. And so we look at being a part of the community, not just presiding in the community. Dr. Mushanga? So just before we do that, I want to just add to a couple of things that's not quite in the PowerPoint presentation, and that is moving forward. I mentioned that we'll have the new building, we'll have the new data science program, but we've hired a couple of new faculty members, one in for data science. We'll have a new faculty member in marketing, and one of the first things she did her very first semester, which is this semester, is she introduced a new course, got approval of a new course for digital marketing. And we know that most businesses today, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you work for another business organization, you know that the way businesses are communicating, not just in the pandemic, but in general, is through marketing their goods or their services. And they're doing so on the internet and on social media. So we think this digital marketing course is going to be a real hit for us. Additionally, we're looking at developing the entrepreneurship emphasis. We just got approval from the campus, and our president signed off, and we're going to be offering a certificate program in entrepreneurship. And so even if you're a management major or a marketing major or sports management, if you think there's a possibility that you could see yourself moving in the direction of entrepreneurship, you can get that certificate. You can take your elective courses right on campus, and when you walk across the stage, you can have a bachelor's degree and a certificate. And so we're trying to do stackable credentials. And then we have another certificate program. We haven't gotten final approval, but we're working on a certificate program in e-sport. And I mentioned I'm not that knowledgeable about sports. I'm not a sports fanatic, but I know that the gaming industry and esports is really, really big. And during the pandemic, it has taken off even more. So if a student, say, majors in sport management at Coppin, and they want to, in addition to getting the bachelor's degree, that student wants to get a certificate in e-sport, it's going to be available. They can use their elective courses right in the curriculum. They can take those courses, and when they walk across the stage, they met these requirements, they could have a bachelor's degree and a certificate in e-sport. What we are trying to do is create more opportunities and more qualifications for our students, so that when you leave Coppin, you will know exactly where you're going in terms of career path. You would have had internship opportunities. You will have job placements. You will have strong credentials, degrees, and certificates in many cases. So we're going to do everything we can to work with our students to prepare you for your careers in business.
Sure.
With that,
Dr. Gregory, I would also like to add, Dr. Mushanga mentioned that currently we have only one we have only one program online, our management. We're also working on we're also going to offer a MYS program online. So
absolutely.
Traditional MYS, and then we have our also. So sure, go ahead, Dr. Gregory.
That's a good point. And I'm glad you remembered that too, because I kind of didn't have it in the slide. We didn't mention it when we were going through the slides, but Coppin has the only fully online approved degree program. It's fully approved for online offering, and that's the management program. And as my colleague, Dr. Nuru, just said, we're getting ready to roll out that MIS program to get that approved for online delivery. And during the pandemic, we're offering pretty much all of our courses online, but we're going through an official process to get them officially approved by the higher education leadership, so that they can be recognized as full online degree programs. So that's a good point, and I thank you, Dr. Nuru. Anything else that colleagues, did we miss anything else, or do we need to jump in and add anything else to the discussion?
I don't know if we can talk about maybe OI and what opportunities it offers. Occupational insight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to ask about that.
Okay, you know what? We got to go back and update our PowerPoint, because that's really an important new program that we have. We are working with this group called Campus Nexus in our IT department, and we've developed an incredible platform. It's called Occupation Insight. And when students come to the College of Business, first day, freshman students, and a couple of the required courses that all business students take that very first semester, our students are introduced to Occupation Insight. And with that platform, they can log on, and the faculty member who's teaching the class will have assignments for them. When they go into Occupation Insight, let's say that student is an accounting major, And that student can then explore and see all of these career opportunities in accounting. They can see what each of those career pathways, the salary ranges, the 10-year projected growth for that particular field. They can see where the jobs are located. If you're from Baltimore and you want to stay in the Baltimore area, you can go into Occupation Insight and look for all of these accounting positions that are in the Baltimore, DC area. If you're from New York and you say, but I really want to go return home after I graduate, you can see where the accounting, if you want to be an auditor, your accounting major, you can see where the jobs are in New York City. You can see, and not only that, but they broaden the platform so that you can see, oh, look at the number of auditing positions. You can drill down and see what companies are advertising those positions. You can click a link and go right to that company's website. You can apply right on the spot. It's so interesting because with Occupation Insight, every single semester throughout the students' matriculation in the College of Business, they will be working with the faculty members in their classes. They will be going into Occupation Insight. They will be learning more about their career options. They will learn what skills are required. If you're an accounting student, they require maybe proficiency with spreadsheets. They look for outstanding communication skills. You learn all of the major skills that these employees are looking for. Then it's mapped right back to our classes. So you can see which class you can go to get that experience with the spreadsheet. So you can see what courses you can go to get enhancements in your communication skills. And what we are doing is we've embedded this program into our curriculum. So from the day you set foot into the College of Business, whether it's virtual or on campus, you will start learning about your career choices, your career options. By the time you get to your junior year, we connect you with LinkedIn. You'll set up a LinkedIn account. And so you would really start meeting other business leaders, company representatives who are going to be looking for students like you who have the degrees or almost have the degrees who will be in the market soon. We will take it on to the next level where the students will take all of their assignments that they've done throughout the entire period, and they develop what we call a portfolio. And they'll present that portfolio to their classmates. But the portfolio is something that you, the students, can share with a potential employer. But by the time you walk across that stage, our goal is for every single business student to have had 2 or 3 internship opportunities during their matriculation. And when they walk across the stage, we want them to have 2 or 3 job offers in hand. Their biggest decision would be, which one should I select? And the students will be mapping out that journey through this platform called Occupation Insight. They would map out that career pathway from day one. So we will not have seniors walking across the stage saying, I don't know what I'm going to do, because the preparation will start from day one. And it's exciting. And we started this, we worked with this company to develop the platform, and we're piloting it this fall semester, but rolling it out fully in the spring semester. So it's exciting. And every single student in the College of Business will have this experience to map out their career pathway. So Dr. Mushanga, thank you for reminding me of that. We got to update our PowerPoint because that's an exciting new initiative that we have in place.
Sure. I would also ask a question, Dr. What changes is the college making about our internship program?
Oh, yeah. There's so much to tell. With our internship program, in that new building on the ground floor, we'll have a career center, and we'll have a staff person who's there to work with students. A number of companies have said that they want to do mock interviews. They want to come on campus. They want to work with us to prepare students for interviews, to review resumes. We're going to have a heavy emphasis on placement. So when the student completes or goes through these various stages with Occupation Insight, they are looking at these career choices. They're going to see where the jobs are, how much they pay, what the growth is for this particular career field or what have you. But all the time, while you're learning about your career pathway, that's really good. But at the same time, we'll have this career center where there will be a person there to help you look by looking over your resume, by working with you on your LinkedIn account. and just helping to make that transition smooth. So that new building is going to have an incredible space for that. So we're doing a lot of great things to prepare our students.
Thank you so much for that. I do have a question. You mentioned stackable credentials, and I try to share with my students all the time about stackable credentials and creating their own niche and their own lane when it comes to, especially when it comes to business, because everyone will be going for the same jobs, and you kind of want to create a special opportunity for yourself to stand out from the crowd. So can you explain what stackable credentials mean?
Absolutely. We're excited about that because we're really moving seriously in that direction. But what that means is when a student comes to Coppin, of course, you're coming with the expectation that you'll get a bachelor's degree if you come to the College of Business in one of our business disciplines. So you get a bachelor's degree in accounting or marketing or whatever. But we want to help make you more marketable. And the way we want to do that is by giving you the extras. So within each program area, students have an opportunity to take elective courses. So if you're a sport management major, we would probably say to you, if you want to get a certificate in eSport, why don't you use your elective to take these courses in eSports? So that when you walk away from Coppin, yeah, you'll have a bachelor's degree in sport management, but you'll also have a certificate in eSports. So when you go to compete with students from another school that only has a bachelor's degree and you have a bachelor's degree and certificate, you could be more competitive in the marketplace. And that's our goal, is to create and enhance the students' opportunities for being competitive and for doing well in their various disciplines. So we have the certificate program that has been approved at the campus level, and we probably will be offering those classes in 2021. And then we have the eSports certificate, and we also plan to do one additional certificate we'll be working on starting in the spring semester, and enterprise systems, which is a part of the data science program area. So we like that idea. We think that and with the digital marketing class, the professor has built in certain content in that course so that when the student completes the digital marketing class, that student then can work a little bit harder and then set for Google's digital marketing certification. It won't immediately be given it, but they will be prepared. This will help to prepare them for those 3 tests that they'll need to take through Google to be certified by Google in digital marketing. So those are some opportunities that we see in terms of stackable credentials. It's wonderful.
So students, you don't just want to get a degree. You want to set yourself up for success. You want to stand up in the crowd, and Coppin can definitely help you do that. I noticed that you did mention internships, and I know that I call my students pumpkins. Some of my pumpkins, they have had internships through the College of Business at John Deere, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, the NBA. We had a student MBA for her internship. Can you tell us any other companies or organizations that our students have participated in internships with?
Actually, we've had accounting students that have been offered internships at like 3 or 4 of the top accounting firms, and they are faced with which one do I select. We've had students, but what we found that's interesting about this is once they do those internships, the companies want to keep them. They don't want to let them go anywhere else. So what's interesting is sometimes when students at the junior level go for an internship, that company is kind of like put a little connection with that student and keep the connection going throughout the senior year. And sometimes they have an offer on the table to say, you know, you've done well this junior year, but when you complete, we want to get you back. We want to offer you a full-time position. That's really the pathway that a lot of employers are using to hire today. They are hiring students from these internships. And who wants to work with us now? My colleagues may help, but T. Rowe Price, M&T Bank, JP Morgan Chase just gave us funding to support our students to help build this internship piece. The banks, the John Deere, you name it, Kellogg's, they've gone to so many accounting firms, you name it. They've just had wonderful internship opportunities. But our goal is to not make that an opportunity for a few, but the goal is to make that the opportunity for all of our students. And that's why we're putting so much time on occupation insight and building our internship program and creating that wonderful new space in the new building to accommodate students to help prepare them. But a key piece is this: we're building strong relationship with those business leaders. We're going to have these business leaders in our building. They're going to talk to students. We're going to host receptions. They're going to come to our students' movie night or whatever, but we're going to connect them. We're going to have them in that building. And then we're going to encourage our students to go to these organizations for those internships, shadow programs, you name it. It's just going to be a wonderful experience for our students. They'll walk away with a degree and possibly a certificate, but they'll also walk away feeling really good about what Coppin has done for them. And Ms. Harris, you can speak to that. Do you know anything about walking away from a degree program? Can you share with us your experience?
Let me tell you. Well, before I say that, yes, I do, because I have had some very nurturing relationships with so many staff members. And if it wasn't for Dr. Gregory, I would not have the job that I have now. So I am so forever thankful for her participation and pouring into my life. And I tell students that all the time. I read an article once that said a business degree is the worst degree to get. And I'm wondering, like, why would they say that? Like, I know so many students with business degrees. And basically the article said if you don't build the networking and the relationships and you don't do the internships, then you'll just have a degree with no experience. And employers are looking for experience. And that brings this whole thing full circle. I remember Dr. Gregory saw what I was doing on campus. She saw the leadership experience that I was trying to build for myself on campus. And so when someone asked her, do you know of anyone who would like to work in admissions? I thought for me. So it really means something when you're building leaderships and building relationships, and someone is taking the opportunity to help you understand what stackable credentials are. Because now for me, I'm like, I need this certification. What HR said we have, what I'm going to go to, because it helps put me in a position to be a better employer or a better candidate for employment. And so I thoroughly appreciate that. And you don't even realize sometimes you can use business in other areas of your life. So while I'm not a business major, I was an English major. I'm using business tactics in my work now. So I have to use data for my admissions counselor position. So you never know. So with that being said, can a student double major or major and minor in business?
Absolutely. We have some students who double major. We have some students who graduate from other program areas, social work even, and they say, I want to come back and I want to get a second degree. I want to get a degree in accounting, or I want to get a degree in MIS. We have some students who do minors, but what's interesting is we have some students in other program areas who want to get a minor in business because they may be in early childhood education in the School of Education, but they see themselves opening a daycare center. So they want to know the business side of it, not just the program specific discipline side, but they want to know the business side. We have so many students who see themselves as future entrepreneurs. And they may say, I'm in counseling, rehab counseling, but I want to take business courses because at some point I plan to open my own counseling center and I need the business side. So you don't really have to major in business to use business. You can major in business, of course, that's our preference, but you can also major in some of these other areas and take business courses or get minor in business or get second degrees in business or to get just course to gain the knowledge, get certificates in business so that they can be more productive in their chosen career path. There's just so many opportunities.
Especially when it comes like to that data information and that.
Yeah, I know. The data science is going to be big. The data science, because
I would be using that in my admissions counselor position.
And you know, rarely do we see job postings, especially from large companies, where they talk about big data. And everybody wants to understand how they can use data to make better decisions. And so we're going to prepare our students to understand data and how to use data. And so when they go to work for a company or work for themselves, if they're entrepreneurs who are working in the data science area, they can help other organizations with using data to make good decisions to have profitable businesses. So it's just so many opportunities. I think moving across to the breezeway to the new building is going to be symbolic of not just the building, but a rebirth or a whole new vision and direction for us, because so many other things are changing as well.
And we have an amazing campus with amazing facilities, and this is just going to add to the.
I know, really,
luxury
it's a beautiful campus, and I can't wait until we're able for you again to bring the students on to do the walkthrough tour,
Yes.
not the virtual, but the real walkthrough, because it's beautiful. And if any of these students are in the area, ride through in the evening when the science and tech building at night is majestic. It's so beautiful, It's a gorgeous campus.
It is.
Yep.
So students, I hope that you learned a lot of information today. If a student wanted to reach, well, we will be sharing your information with the College of Business, but if a student wanted to get in contact with you, how could they get in contact with you guys?
Okay, I think I saw Miss Battle on a little bit earlier.
Yes,
But we're going to post the information because Miss Battle is the point person. She's the advisor and our retention engagement person, and we're going to share her information. But Miss Harris, we've also gotten on Twitter now. So
You're on Twitter too?
yeah. So College of Business is on Twitter, and our president is on too. I saw that he retweeted a couple of things about what's happening in the college business.
You guys last night. There was an HBCU week on MPT, and he mentioned you guys last night.
Did he? Okay. So we're kind of getting a little noise out there, a little interest, but of course we're on our website, on COPPA's website, and I'm going to send you the information on our contact person, Miss Battle. So if any of the students want to reach out to her with specific questions, her contact information will be there as well. And any of us, because we're also on the website. So if any of them want to reach out to any of us or Miss Battle, we'll be happy to, because everybody who attends the session will hear from us probably before tomorrow is over, right?
You are so good with that. If I send you a list of names, you are communicating with them within 24 hours. I am so thankful.
Absolutely. So every student who has registered for the open house, and whether they participated in this session or not, will hear from us. You're right, in less than 24 hours. And we'll reach out, we'll provide contact information, and we'll be available for conversation, telephone sessions, or whatever, because we look forward to.
Amazing with following through with students. She's amazing.
Absolutely. That's what we do.
All of the things, everything is taken care of. So the College of
the contact information is on the PowerPoint. Dr. Mushanga, if you go on the last.
Okay, if Dr. Mushanga can bring the PowerPoint back.
Yeah,
the last.
The contact information, that is
the last page.
Last page. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Miss Battle's contact information is there. She works in advisement. We say in advisement, but she works a lot more than advisement. Miss Battle is on. Miss Battle, you want to take just a second and just introduce yourself and tell the group how you work with students and faculty and campus and everybody, Miss Harris and everybody else, right?
That is true. Coppin I found to be very proud of, and we try to treat our students as if they are the best in the land. So therefore, you will always hear from me during registration time. Anything new that comes up, we will try to get it out to you. We work with the admissions department and the registration department to help you get through some of the processes that we have that may seem a little bit difficult to translate through, but we take time to help you with all of those. We also arrange our hours so that if you can't meet us from 8 to 5, we'll make arrangements to meet you where you are. We work with the faculty to make sure that they are aware of any issues that you may have, or just to help get the information out to you that you need about a class or about a job, an internship, or anything. I'm always available. I tell people I have an open door policy. You send me an email, I will get back to you. And I just say I enjoy working for the College of Business. I find that they're with a group team, and it is just like a family at Coppin. And I know you'll enjoy it.
Thank you, Ms. Battle.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Harris, do you know if there were any other questions that may have come up in the chat area?
No, there weren't. There were
Okay.
not any other additional questions.
Should we open the floor to see, because we may have time for one last question?
I did put it in the chat, but nothing else came up.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, with that said,
Thank you so very much for allowing me to come in and hear more about the college business and for sharing this information with the students as well. And students, I hope that you will contact the College of Business if you have any questions so that they can be sure to answer them and welcome you into the college, Coppin State University, and then into the College of Business as prospective business leaders once you graduate. I thank you so much, guys.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Harris.
Thank you, everybody.